Hi there, I'm Lio Convoy and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, I hope you enjoy the video. If not, I'm glad to see you back. Anyone who pays even a small amount of attention to me or this channel knows I'm a toy collector. This isn't really an aspect of my life I take pride in, per se. In fact, when people accuse me of being prideful or having an ego, I point out that I'm in my late 30s and collect toys. Any pride or ego I could have possessed left long ago. Jokes aside, I do enjoy collecting things I like. It's just neat to have a physical representation of something you like. There's casual collectors that just grab things in the moment or sparingly, and there's also hardcore collectors who must have everything in their special interests. These could be focus collectors, completionists, or other various descriptors. I fall somewhere in the middle. Despite being a Thundercats historian, that's not the main focus of the figures I collect. That would, in fact, be Transformers. What's not to love about them? Even divorced from the media they come from, it's 3 toys in 1. The robot, an alt mode varying from vehicles to appliances, and all the way to animals. You're probably sitting there wondering why I listed 2 things when I said 3. That's because the third one is something often overlooked, even though you wouldn't think that considering it's the entire gimmick of the line. And that's the fact that every mainline Transformer is also a puzzle. Now, I myself never use instructions, and therefore will survive the winter, but plenty of people get them for the puzzle aspect regardless of if they use instructions or not. Long preamble aside, I often go to toy shows in my area. I go to find things I'm looking for, or sometimes to sell things. This is where the incident in the title unfortunately happened. I went to the local toy show and set up a table to sell things I didn't want or didn't need. One of these was G2 Megatron. This guy right here. See, I bought an extra one on eBay to scavenge parts from since it was cheaper than buying them individually. That's the joy of collecting older toys, is sometimes you can find one with a bunch of parts that's somehow cheaper than buying the parts individually. I hate it here. So with an extra Megatron laying around, I figured it'd be a good idea to just offload him at this toy show. I had plenty of people glance at him, but one guy was really eyeballing him. He asked me if the gimmick still works. Back in the day, a lot of Transformers had additional gimmicks outside of transforming. The Megatron here had an electronic voice and a button-activated missile launcher on his shoulder. I told the man that I can't test the electronics because I didn't have any batteries. And frankly, why would I? That thing's voice box was weird.
Listen to the voice of doom.
I did tell him, though, that I could demonstrate the missile firing mechanism. So, I picked Megatron up, pulled the lever back, and pressed the launch button. The idea was to dry fire it with the audible click to demonstrate that it still functions. And let me tell you, it certainly did. The problem was that instead of a dry firing click, a missile launched out. A missile that wasn't in the auction description that I could recount, and one I never even checked the compartment to see if it was there. This mystery missile hit this man square in the chest. And this was a 90s toy. Sucker had some kick to it. It didn't hurt him, but it certainly startled him. Needless to say, he didn't buy Megatron. In fairness, though, firing on an unsuspecting person is a very much so Megatron thing to do. You dick. Right after this happened, I messaged a friend and he was spilled. Megatron was eventually bought, and I'll keep that new owner in my prayers. As for the missile, though, I pocketed it for mine because he actually has none. I just have to make sure that I keep an eye on him. Also at the show, we were told that having a bowl of candy for the kids due to the season was required. I couldn't find the bowl I intended to use, so I improvised. I think mine was the best, even though I disappointed a few people who wanted to buy it by turning them down. Look, some people just can't resist the desire to own some turtle power. I really enjoy toy shows, and plan to go to more in the future. Hopefully without shooting someone next time. Guess I'll have to start treating missile-firing toys like an actual gun. Never aim it at someone, even if I think it's not loaded. Isn't that the funny thing about this, though? It wasn't even the G1 gun Megatron. It was the G2 tank. Ironic. Sorry if the clickbaity title scared you, but if you're one of the people who actually hoped I committed an awful crime just because you don't like me, get some help. Please. Hoping somebody gets hurt in one way or another just so you can do a goofy victory lap because some YouTuber you don't like got in trouble is kind of disgusting, and demonstrates a lack of desire to protect human life. Anyways, I'm hoping to do more storytime style videos like this in the future, so I hope you enjoyed this one. I've been told that part of getting better is opening up about more things and showing that just being angry about stuff isn't the entirety of my being. So I'm hoping this will help in the long run. Got any stories about toy shows or other places you've been? How about other times you embarrassed yourself in a way that's not scarring? Let me know in the comments. Special thanks as always to my patrons and channel members. If you want to support me, the links are in the description. You're also welcome to join the community discords. That's it for now. Take care.